Yo, welcome to Cooking with Ellie. What would it look like if my brothers put videos up about cooking and I didn't? Especially that I'm the cook in the family. They all know it. They all know. They all know. So anyway, all jokes aside, we're going to make one of my favorites, sausage and peppers. Everybody in my family knows I love sausage and peppers, but we're going to put a little twist on it. Okay, the first rule of cooking, as you all know, is you don't wear gloves. So we know that. One of my brothers knew that, and he showed that you don't wear gloves. It's okay to get your hands dirty a little bit. It's okay. The second rule is you can wash it anytime you want. You just put your hands under the sink, you wash your hands, and you're back to cooking. You don't even have to dry it off. You can touch the food wet. It's okay. So what the twist is, we're going to put together a sausage and peppers dish that looks nice on the plate. And it's still sausage and peppers, but it's not the average Joe Schmo sausage and peppers. Throw it on the grill, put it in a sub or a hero bread. We all know it's called hero, but for all you non-New York speaking people, sub is the way to go, not hoagie, okay? And the third rule is be prepared. Be prepared. Make sure all your food is ready to go before you start cooking. So you're not running back and forth to the refrigerator, to the oven, to this, going crazy, yelling, "Stacy, get me the bread." No, we don't yell out, "Stacy, get me the bread." We do it ourselves so Stacy can watch TV with the rest of the people. Okay? So, what I did was I got some sausage and I just opened it up. Usually I would go and kill the pig myself and then, slaughter and do the whole 9 yards. I don't do that, okay? I went to the store. I got some sausage. I sliced it. I peeled it. I took the guts out. I put it into a plate, ready to go, okay? I got some peppers. I sliced them in half. I cleaned the seeds out. I cleaned the veins out of it. Washed them nice and clean. Same thing with my tomatoes. Took the seeds out, diced them, nice, ready to go. We got some garlic already cleaned. I'll chop a little bit for you guys in the video, just so you know I got some knife skills. We got some fresh basil from the garden. None of that junk in the bottle. We got some goat cheese. Fresh from the farmer's market. Just a little, not too much. You're saying, what's the goat cheese for, right? Well, the goat cheese is the little twist. We can't always put mozzarella on everything. Mozzarella this, mozzarella that. We're going to use a little bit of goat cheese, and we're going to use some Parmesan Reggiano, some grated cheese inside, and we're going to make it nice and tasty. It's all going to melt in your stomach. It's all going to be like a symphony in there. When you go to sleep tonight, all you're going to hear is, "Ah!" And you'll say, "Ellie told me so." Okay? So let's start. We're going to take a little bit of garlic. We're just going to chop it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just get it. We don't want to dice it. We don't want little pieces. We want nice little pieces so that, see, I love garlic. Stacy loves garlic too. And I know you like garlic too. You just don't want to admit it with the garlic. But here we go. We're going to just slice up some garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I use the whole clove. And this whole clove is going to go into a pan and fry for a little while the sausage is getting nice and juicy. And we'll put it all together. There we go. A few chops. And we're ready to go. Now you're done with this, put it in the sink. Wash your hands. Get that garlic off your fingers. Nobody wants garlic in their fingers, right? So we're going to take that. We're going to take a little bit of basil. And we're going to roll it up a little bit. Just a little. We want nice big chunks. So again, we don't want dices. We don't want none of that basil in the bottle. McCormick's basil, that dried out basil. We want fresh garlic. Smell that fresh garlic. It's delicious. And we're going to take the tomatoes, same way. And we're just going to continue. We can use the same knife. They're all getting together. There's no chicken on this knife, so we don't have to worry about contaminating anything. And I didn't touch the sausage with this knife, by the way. This is all vegetables right now. Garlic, tomatoes, basil. That's it. That's all that's going on this knife right now. And again, we don't have to make little tiny slices and dices. We want nice big chunks. We want to be able to see our food. We don't want to just taste our food and it's all going to be one big piece of mush. Okay? So we're going to turn you around a little bit and we're going to turn you over to the fire. And what we're going to do, whoa, just dropped you guys. We just dropped you guys. So let's put you back up here because I don't have a cameraman today. My cameraman's actually stuck at work and so I'm stuck cooking. Anyway, I get stuck cooking. I'm always cooking anyway, and I'm the better cook. And she knows it. She knows it. You know it, and they all know it. Put a little bit of olive oil. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to start this thing up. Just light the fire. Let the pan get a little heat on it. Get a little bit of heat. We don't want it too high. We don't want to burn our stuff. We want to cook our stuff. A lot of people put it all the way up. They burn their food. And the next thing you know, well, the dogs are actually barking at the neighbors. But that's okay. That's a little background music for everybody. Okay? So, we'll get the pan nice and hot. Put some olive oil in it. Don't worry about the amount of olive oil. My grandfather, bless his heart, he drank olive oil right out of the bottle. Lived to be 95 years old. Never bothered him. It's all this other junk that you guys are eating. That's not the good stuff. I'm going to take some of our veggies, drop them right there in the pan, let them sizzle up a little bit. Bupkis! I have to yell at Bupkis. Otherwise he keeps barking. Okay, we're done with this in the sink. Then we're going to take our little stirring spoon, just going to stir this around a little bit, wait till the garlic gets a little bit brown. You guys know how to cook garlic, I know that. Just let it all melt a little bit. Ah, smell that basil, the garlic. The tomatoes are there more for color, but they taste good too. Mix it up a little bit. We get our garlic a little brown. We don't want, I see people, they burn their garlic. Then they wonder why it tastes horrible. You don't want to burn the garlic. You just want to get a nice little brown on it. That's it. You don't need the dark brown charcoal pieces that get stuck in your teeth when you're eating. And then we're going to take our sausage and we're going to use a different fork because, of course, we don't want to contaminate it until it's cooked. So I'm going to just dump that in there. And let it all mix in there. Some sausage. And again, we don't want to overcook this. Even though you can't overcook sausage. I mean, sausage is one of those things that no matter what you do to it, it's still good. You can leave it overnight on the grill, come back in the morning. It might be shriveled, but it'll be good. And just mix that up a little bit. We're going to turn the flame down just a little bit to medium. Let's put more garlic in there. Now we're going to mix that up. We're going to get a nice saute on there. Nice saute. Turn that down to low. Cover it up. Just let it marinate. Let it marinate. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to turn you back around a little bit. Up. Of course. There you go. You know, I don't have the greatest camera. But it's okay. We get the point. Alright? We'll just set you up. And I'm going to take some grated cheese. I like Parmesan Reggiano. Let's get rid of these plates here. Into the sink. Look, Ma. No mess. You see that? No mess. Look. And we're just going to grate some cheese on here. And we're not going to overdo it. I love my Parmesan Reggiano. just as much as the next guy, but we don't have to overpower it. We actually want that goat cheese taste to come through, that nice smokiness of the goat cheese. So I'm just gonna get about a half a cup full. Half a cup should do it. And you know, if you don't have a good grater, you should get a good grater. Because those big whole graters, they just make chunks. The cheese doesn't melt right, you know. And always seal your cheese. Seal it before you put it away. We're gonna put it back in my fridge. Because nobody wants hot, sweaty cheese. You know what I mean? Okay? And the next part, we're gonna start preparing our sausage and peppers. So we take our peppers, lay them out. These are not cooked yet. What we're going to do, we're going to grab some of the sausage here. Now that it's nice and brown, I'm going to take it, scoop it. Try not to get all the oil in there. I mean, like I said, it's olive oil, but you do have some sausage oil in there too. And you really don't want all that extra oil. I'm just going to scoop them in here. It's okay if some fall out. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, we're not on Top Chef here. We're on Cooking with Ellie. Look at those colors. Look at those colors. Make sure you get all of it. There's a lot of nice. So we're back. My phone keeps kicking out on me, but that's okay. And then we're going to take a nice clean spoon. I know we're going through a lot of utensils, but you know, Mom always says, I use every plate in the place, so I got to hold true to that. But that's okay. It all gets washed in the end. I'm just going to scoop some goat cheese on here. This is the goat cheese I showed you earlier. I'm going to give it that nice, earthy, smoky flavor. Use it all up. That's a nice. Again, wash your hands if you have to wash your hands. It's only water. We don't have to use gloves. We don't have to. Then we're going to take some of our grated Parmesan Reggiano. Just put it right on top of there. If you could smell this, you need smell-o-vision. Because if you could smell it, oh my God, forget about it. Okay? And we'll be right back with our next step. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to take you outside and we're going to go to our next step with these beautiful stuffed sausage and peppers with goat cheese, Parmesan Reggiano, some fresh garlic, some fresh basil, and we got the grill nice and heated up. And all we're going to do is we're going to just place them on there now. Close the hood. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah, that's nice. And close the hood and let these babies just bake away. Well, grill away, bake away, however you want to call it. And guess what? Guess what we do with the drops of extra sausage? That's right. We eat them. We eat them. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay, so we're back, everybody, and we're actually going to see what's going on and how these little baby sausage and pepper, stuffed pepper sausage with goat cheese and Parmesan and everything, how they're going to look, okay? So let's see how we're looking over here. Oh, my God. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at that. The goat cheese, the Parmesan all blended together, the sausage and peppers. The peppers are melted. We're going to take them off of the grill now. We're going to make them all nice and eat. That's what we're going to do. Now, we're going to go inside and we're going to get ourselves a little plate. And we're going to get ourselves a spatula. I'm going to set a plate down. Well, sometimes you need a cameraman. But I don't have a cameraman. I told you my cameraman's stuck at work. So I'm going to have to get him on myself. Listen to that. Listen to that juiciness. Oh boy, that's going to be delicious. That's going to be delicious. I'll show you it in a minute. I can't do 3 things at once, you know? Cooking, talking, filming. I could do 2 things, but not 3 things. Look at that beautiful dish. Well, I hope you enjoyed Cooking with Ellie. And I'm going to let you know, this is going to be delicious. And I'll post it later when I'm hearing the, ah. Night, night.